All right. As I mentioned, we're going to spend most of the evening talking about Brain Tumor and Brain Cancer Awareness Month, with that being next month in May, all through the month of May. There's a lot of different ways to kind of be a part of that awareness campaign, as well as fundraising and trying to support your events that you all are a part of. But we just wanted to kind of walk through just a couple of different ways that we encourage individuals to participate, in the hopes that then you are able to kind of bring this information back to your teams, to your friends, family, coworkers, people you see in the grocery store, whoever, to try and help build some more awareness and to also raise some money for research and different programs. So one of the first things, and really probably the easiest thing there is for you all to do, is to share posts on social media. We'll be posting on there like crazy on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We'll have lots of different ways to get involved, information about brain tumors and brain cancer, information about what donations made would be supporting. Throughout this campaign, we encourage individuals to register to be a participant for one of our events or donate to one of our events. And as many of you know, when you participate in one of those events, you're supporting a local beneficiary in that area, as well as the Brain Tumor Trials Collaborative. And when anyone donates just to Head for the Cure outside of an event, we of course encourage that as well. And those donations also support the Brain Tumor Trials Collaborative. For those that don't know, it's a group of around 33 different institutions across the country. It's housed within the National Institutes of Health in Bethesda, Maryland. And they are a national beneficiary. So we've been working with them pretty much since the beginning. We helped form the group and have been supporting them ever since. And so they work all together on research and clinical trials. We got to hear from the director, Dr. Mark Gilbert, just a couple weeks, or last week actually, on some updates. And they're working on some really interesting trials and research that show a lot of promise for some improved treatment options. Donations also support Brains for the Cure. That is our largest program with Head for the Cure. It's our online patient and caregiver navigator. If you have not seen it, I'd highly encourage you to go explore the website. It's brainsforthecure.org. You can explore it as a patient, as a caregiver, as a loved one, a supporter. It helps those impacted by this disease navigate diagnosis, treatment, after treatment. If it's unfortunately after the loss of someone, it helps kind of just navigate with whichever step you're at in your journey. We recently introduced caregiver conversations and patient perspectives. Those are our online support group meetings that each meet once a month. And those funds help us make those groups possible to then help patients and caregivers across the country. And it's, Zoom became a very big part of everyone's lives. And so it kind of made it a little easier for us to be able to try and support people in a different way than we had before. And we've gotten really good responses from that. So sharing those posts on social media, liking, commenting is all a really big help. And it's all a really simple, easy thing to do. I know I scroll through my social media at least once a day, probably like 5 times a day, just to take those little mental breaks. And it's a really big help to do those things. Another item that you can easily do is, while you're on social media, share your own story. We want to hear from individuals of why they're a part of this fight, why they are supporting Head for the Cure. So we would love to hear from any of you. That's something that you can share on your own social media profiles, or we would be happy to kind of help you share that story. I know a lot of you have done that already with some of our virtual events that we had last year, as well as Courtney and Lisa and Anna as ambassadors share their stories a lot. But it really does make a huge difference for other individuals that are looking for some connection and for some hope from others that understand what they're going through. Another item, again, this is something we've kind of already talked about before in regards to events, but Facebook fundraisers are a really easy way to ask for donations. I know even as working in a nonprofit world, it can be awkward to ask for money. And I know that, a lot of people are still struggling from the effects of COVID and all the impact that had. But creating a Facebook fundraiser is another really easy way to ask for donations in honor of Brain Cancer Awareness Month. And as we talked about in last month's meeting, you can connect those Facebook fundraisers to your participant center for your events. So if you'd like those funds to be credited towards your team, we can help you walk through that if you have any questions, or you can also view that video as well from last month on our YouTube channel. Something kind of new this year, we've worked with a woman locally in Kansas City for a few years now with our Kansas City 5K event, but she is a Pampered Chef representative, and she has offered that she would like to help individuals fundraise for the month of May for Brain Cancer Awareness Month, and doing that through Pampered Chef. So that's kind of in the works right now, but wanted to kind of put that out there for you all to know about. You can, this is something that she's going to set up herself, and it'll be through Facebook. There will be a Facebook group that all team captains and team members are welcome to join. And she'll have different recipes, different tips. I think she's possibly doing some live videos with some different cooking kind of classes, sort of. And then similarly, sorry, to Facebook and fundraising in general for Head for the Cure, she will have it set up to where your team can be credited for any funds that you raise through the Pampered Chef fundraiser. So she'll be doing that throughout the month of May. So if that's something that kind of sparks your interest as another way to fundraise, keep an eye out on social media, and we'll be sharing some more details about that as we finalize everything. Another way to kind of get involved outside of fundraising with Brain Cancer Awareness Month is working with your local and your state governments. There's not actually many states that officially recognize the month of May as Brain Cancer or Brain Tumor Awareness Month. But we've worked with some different representatives and local community members in the past to make that happen. Most recently, the state of Ohio, we worked with them starting in, I guess that was 2019 actually, that we started working with a gentleman named Jeff Crossman. His mom, unfortunately, had passed away from a GBM. So he was really passionate about the cause. And so he's a representative for the state of Ohio. And he put some legislation forward to pass a House bill to then have Ohio officially recognize the month of May as Brain Tumor Awareness Month. With that, we kind of helped him get some different testimonials from some local patients and survivors to, kind of show why it matters to have this month be recognized on a larger scale. So if that's something that you would be interested in working with either your local government or state government, we're happy to help you get that information. We can give you a kind of template for letters and emails that you can send to try and get that as an official declaration for either your city or your state. So if that's something you are interested in, you're welcome to email me after the meeting, and we can kind of walk through that process. Some cities I know can do kind of a quick declaration that it doesn't take quite as much of a process as it did in Ohio. They were passing an official bill, so that way it will forever have May be recognized. But I know that there's been some cities in the past that have done a declaration just for a certain year to recognize the month. So that's another way to really just help spread awareness on a larger level, to just, get the word out. Another one, something that kind of goes along with, I'm sure you guys have seen of course, all of the emails and posts that we send you guys about the 5Ks, whether they're, virtual or as in the past, and what we hope to get to soon in the future is in person again. But while we've been virtual, we've really been encouraging individuals to organize their own walks or their own fundraisers in their communities. And we would encourage you to do that again in May in honor of Brain Cancer Awareness Month. So whether that's organizing a walk in your neighborhood and just sharing some selfies on social media, if that's working with a local restaurant or coffee shop or something like that to try and do a give back and have some money donated back. That's another event that we can help you set up. So if you're wanting that to be credited towards your event or towards your team, you can work with your regional relationship coordinator on all the different kind of logistics that go along with that. But that's another easy and kind of fun way to get together safely as you can with individuals that you maybe haven't gotten to see in a while, as while you're still also supporting Head for the Cure. Another kind of new item that we have this year that hopefully you guys have seen a little bit on social media, but we're getting very excited that a week and a day from today, we will be launching a podcast. We are partnering with a woman named Shannon. She is an author and a public speaker, but she also was a caregiver. Her husband was diagnosed with GBM towards the end of 2019. He unfortunately passed away about 14 months into his battle in 2020. And she's really passionate about just getting the word out about brain cancer and how much it affects the patients, the caregivers, all their family, all their friends, and just trying to, make more people aware of this disease before they're impacted themselves. And so this podcast, as I mentioned, it'll launch next Thursday. You can find all the information about it at brainsforthecure.org. The first episode will feature Dr. Bookvar. He is from Lenox Hill Hospital in New York. If you happen to watch the Lenox Hill Netflix series, same Dr. Bookvar. So if you've seen that, you kind of know a little bit about him already. But he'll be the first guest on the podcast, and he'll kind of share, his perspective as a doctor. And for those that have watched Lenox Hill, that he's very dedicated to his patients and supporting them in whatever way they can. And so we're excited to launch that. We have a couple of episodes already recorded. Those will be premiere once a month. So next Thursday will be the first episode, and then we'll have another episode at the end of May with a gentleman by the name of DJ. He's a 3-year survivor of a GBM, and he's about 30 years old. So he's going to kind of share his perspective as a younger patient. But we're really excited to have another opportunity to share more about brain tumors and brain cancer. So would definitely encourage you all to take a listen to that and get the word out about that as well. And then the last item that I want to talk about, and as I mentioned, there's so many different ways to be involved with Head for the Cure and with this community, but we just wanted to touch on a couple of easy ways and a couple of new ways. And one of those new ways is through our Champions of Hope donor program. And so this is going to be kind of a donor recognition program. We just kind of want to recognize and honor those individuals that are able to donate a bit of a significant amount to help fund research and the programs that we make our grants towards. And so this will recognize donors starting at the $500 level and above. And they will receive some different kinds of benefits and gifts in return for their support and their generosity. But that's something that we'll be launching as Brain Cancer Awareness Month starts in May. So if that's something that you'd like some more information about, or maybe know someone that would be willing to give, please let me know. And we'll also have that information on our website, on social media. It'll be in some emails that you'll receive. But there's all sorts of different ways to get involved, help spread awareness, help raise money, and help bring a little bit of hope to everyone in this community, especially during Brain Cancer Awareness Month. So again, just wanted to go through quick overview of different ways to get involved. But now just wanted to kind of open it up to see if anyone has any questions about anything that I covered, or any questions about anything Head for the Cure related. So I'll open the floor up now to anyone with any questions, comments, you just want to say hi, whatever you'd like.
I have a question, but I can't, I muted myself and I don't know where I am now, but this is Debbie Kelly. And I'm in Phoenix, and I have someone who wants to do a motorcycle ride on the same day, obviously, to raise money for the same thing. And he wanted to set up a Facebook page where we could send people to that page. And I just wondered if that's something that is okay to do, legitimate.
Yeah, definitely. If that's something, if he's kind of wanting, is he wanting to kind of like ask for donations and things like that to then support your guys' team for the Phoenix race? Is that kind of what you guys are thinking?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, that's definitely fine. And you can, if you need help getting your link to your specific team page, that's something that Courtney can help out with. But yeah, you can definitely direct back to your page, as that's an additional way to support your team with that motorcycle ride. Yeah, definitely.
And I had another question. I have a few people that sell items on Etsy and had said that they would like to make an item, like, for example, a scrunchie for your hair in brain cancer awareness material. We found a site. She found a site that has a ton of different materials for that, and wanted to donate a pretty large portion to then Head for the Cure. That's another possibility I was thinking might help for a lot of people if somebody had an item that they could donate a portion of the sales to.
Yeah, no, definitely. That is another great way. I know Anna actually on the call has been doing that for a while. She sells eyeglasses cases and donates some of those proceeds. And Anna, I don't know if you want to share anything about that. I know you've been pretty successful with it.
Yeah, so I started doing that maybe 4 years ago. But basically, I went to a lot of craft fairs as well. I don't know what that looks like with COVID right now. But if you can go sell them at craft fairs, and like Head for the Cure, they're really good with sending like flyers and things if you need them. But then you can hand those out and just really market that, hey, you're donating a portion of the proceeds to Head for the Cure. And usually people will buy, one just because of the story, and then maybe another one for a gift to somebody else. And so it's a really good way to raise a lot of money very quickly.
Great. Sounds good.
Yeah. And that's something as well that we can credit that to your team. So if the individual with the Etsy shop wants to make the donation themselves online, they can donate it to your team. Or if they're wanting to send a check to our office, if they can just designate in the memo section of the check that they want it to go to your team, then we will make sure it gets credited there. And that's something we can also promote as well on our Facebook pages, is that you would be doing that motorcycle ride, and then the Etsy sale as well. We can help promote that.
So do we know for sure yet if Phoenix is virtual or if it is there's going to be a starting line?
We are not 100% sure yet, Debbie. We're actually having our big kickoff event in a few weeks, on the 6th. If you want to attend that, it's just going to kind of get a general consensus of how the community is feeling. A couple of people from Ivy will be there. So it'll be a great way just to talk, but we haven't made a concrete decision yet.
Okay.
Any other questions? Comments, concerns, jokes, riddles?
Yeah, I'd like to make another comment. So of course, we have these meetings, not only for yourself, but for you to go out and encourage everyone that you know, and please give them the information. And we would also love to hear from you what ideas you have for May, Brain Cancer Month. You can promote wear gray for one day, whether it's at home or whether you're going to Costco or whether you're going to a hair salon. A lot that's easy to do. So we're looking for things that we can promote, and we love to hear from you and everybody that you know.
Definitely. Maddie will definitely be taking a selfie at Costco. That is her favorite place to go to. So you're speaking right to her, Mario, when you said Costco.
Yeah.
And on the top of a mountain, because I can now.
Sure
Game
can.
Montana.
Yes.
Yeah, if you want the biggest audience, just go to Costco, Walmart, Home Depot.
Mhm.
Speaking my language, Mario. Speaking my
Yeah,
language.
my favorite hangouts.
Awesome. Well, if no one else has any questions or anything, we'll
No,
give.
I do have one more thing.
Yeah, for sure.
If we do have an event and that we want to show up for, you do help with flyers, like putting something on that would be a great thing to say, to hand out?
Yeah, definitely. If you want something for about the Phoenix race in particular, or something for the motorcycle ride, that's something that myself or Courtney can help you put together. And yeah, we can definitely get that out to you. We have some materials kind of already ready to go, put together, but if you want it to be specific to your team or anything like that, we can make that available for you. So yeah, if you just want to shoot when the meeting's over, either tonight or tomorrow, I'll be sending out kind of like a post meeting email, just kind of a recap. So you're welcome to respond to that or to email Courtney directly. And we'll definitely help you out with that.
Great, thank
I have
you.
a question. I know you guys will be posting on social media for May and stuff that is shareable and whatnot. And I know different groups do this, and I know like right now a lot of people are doing it with the vaccine, but on Facebook, when you actually can like change your profile picture to have the whole picture be something, which I've done, but also like something that overlays, do you have that?
Yes, thank you for bringing that up. That is, it's in the process of being approved by Facebook.
Okay.
It takes some time. You have to kind of like upload it, and then Facebook has to approve it to make sure it's not anything bad, I guess. And Facebook, I will be honest with you all, is not my best friend.
Tell them to hurry up because May's right around the corner.
Exactly, yes. So yes, we will have that available. So we'll probably I'll try and it's named, I can't remember what the name of it is now, that you can be able to search for it to add it, but we'll be sure to put that on social media so you guys can find that. Yeah, definitely. Thanks for reminding me, Christina.
Cool.
All right, I'm gonna give one last call on questions, comments. I'm still waiting for the riddle. I'm really bad at them, so make it easy if you have one. All right, well, we'll give you back a little bit of your Wednesday evening, but again, thanks everyone for joining us. My cat is saying hello and goodbye if you can hear him. But thanks for being here, and of course, being supporters. We're always here to answer questions, listen to ideas, be a sounding board for advice or whatever you may need. So please don't ever hesitate to reach out. And if you'd like to join next month, I can't remember the date off the top of my head, but next month we'll be talking about Brains for the Cure a little bit more, if you want to join for that meeting. But of course, we're always here for emails, phone calls, Facebook messages, carrier pigeons, smoke signals, whatever you prefer. But thanks everyone for being here, and have a great rest of your week.
Bye, everyone.
Bye all.
Bye.